the mayhem in the Barcelona, the one thing I had to do was give David Marshall his bottle of champagne in the man of the match. I'm sure that's safe for him. You can hand it on.
Yeah.
Has his feet been on the ground since Thursday?
I think so. I think he's one of those lads that takes it all in and just gets on with it. He thought that the adulation was a bit over the top, but just welcome to the country, really. And you know, he'll know what the other side's like very, very shortly. But great display by him, great display by the team, and I hope we can take it on this afternoon.
And you've given the team a vote of confidence. Just one change: Jackie McNamara injured, and Balde comes in.
Yeah, Boer comes in, and Jackie goes out. He was injured, as you know, on Thursday evening. Hasn't recovered in time, and so we'll adjust accordingly.
Good news last night for Alan Thompson. Could he an England squad? That's well deserved, isn't it?
Well, it's splendid news, because I think we all thought maybe his chance had gone. I know that he was pretty disappointed at the time that Sven Eriksson came up to have a look at him, and it wasn't his best game. But I think that if you take into consideration what he's done in the last couple of seasons for us, especially in European football, it's been well deserved.
So after all the headlines, the euphoria of Thursday, is this a good thing to go into an Old Firm game immediately off the back of that?
Yeah, I think so. I think this will soon focus the minds, because if you're not right, we'll get done in the game. We have to be spot on. Even if we are right, we can still get beaten. And this is a big game for us today.
Yeah, and once you get this one past, and well, there's only a couple of more European ties, but then on to the final, hopefully the semi-final, the final, and then maybe the cup final and the semi-final. Apart from that, the season's virtually over.
It's very funny, Jim, very funny. Yeah, it's at least we've carried it on now. We're in the quarter-finals of the UEFA Cup. We're going to get 2 more games anyway to play, if nothing else. Semi-final to look forward to as well in the Scottish Cup. And obviously, but this is the important game for us today.
Thanks, Martin. Remember to give that champagne to David Owen.
I will do. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Alec, you've resisted the temptation to bring in Fernando Ricksen to your starting line-up today, despite the ban being sort of temporarily over.
Yeah, I just felt that the guys that played the last 2 games played well. I know that Celtic are another level, no doubt about that, but I felt that the fellas that played so well in these 2 games deserved a vote of confidence.
Yeah, you have sort of turned the corner a little bit in the last couple of weeks, haven't you?
Turned the corner. Well, we you know, the league is just about lost, all but lost. Mathematically, of course, it's still to be won, but we'd like to give Celtic, you know, something to think about in the closing weeks, and especially here at Ibrox.
Yeah, what I think I meant with that was that there's a sign of some young talent coming through here, Alan Hutton in particular.
No, there's no doubt about that. You're right. It's light at the end of the tunnel. Some good performances. Alan Hutton, Stevie Hughes is maturing, developing. He's played a lot of big games this season. It should do him the world of good for his mental capacity as much as physical. And Gavin Ray fit again. Ronald had a great game the other night, and we're looking for him and Michael to, as I said the other night, roll back the years again today.
Yeah, obviously because of Celtic's achievements in Europe, it must have been, I don't remember for a long time, an Old Firm game with less build-up. Is that a good thing?
No, I've come at the front door there, and you see how much it means to the fans, and you know, despite the position, the fans are fantastic supporters of this club, and it still means a lot. And I think it would mean even more for us to beat quarter-finalists in the UEFA Cup.
And it's an education for the younger players, isn't it, getting into this environment, the likes of Hutton in his first Old Firm game?
Always, you know, there's a couple of Celtic players as well playing in their first Old Firm games, so it should be great for their development, but let's hope it's a Rangers victory.
Thanks, Alec.
Thanks.
The Old Firm were almost inseparable last season. They both claimed 97 points. And who can forget that dramatic day in May when Rangers and Celtic scored 10 goals between them. And only goal difference, there was only one in it, took the title here to Ibrox. All change this season, and a massive 16-point gap between the big 2 going into this one, and Celtic closing in on the championship. Yep, those sombreros are out again. Celtic must be heading back to Spain. Let's refresh our memories. These are the teams. One change for Rangers from the side which beat Dunfermline here on Tuesday night. Frank de Boer has an ankle injury, but Craig Moore is fit to return and replace him. All Scottish midfield: Gavin Ray, Bob Malcolm, Stephen Hughes, and then it's Ronald de Boer, Michael Moles and Peter Lovenkrands, who hope they have an attacking threat. And a big day for 19-year-old Alan Hutton, his first taste of this famous fixture.
think Alan McLeish will start 4-4-2 today. They'll look for Gavin Ray pushing in towards Malcolm and Hughes, allowing the space down the right-hand side for young Alan Hutton to try and expose and get forward as best they can. But the real surprise to me, today's Rangers, is the front two. Alec McLeish going with Michael Moles and Ronald Boer, so they've got to get the right service. He hasn't gone for strength, he's going for ability and skill, so those two will need to get the ball into feet, and if that happens, they can cause problems to the Celtic backline.
One change for Rangers, one change for Celtic from the side which drew in the Nou Camp on Thursday night and beat Barcelona to a place in the UEFA Cup quarter-final. Skipper Jackie McNamara was taken off injured in that game. He's not recovered in time, but there is an able replacement in Balde, who's free of his suspension in Europe. Alan Thompson has got to be in good form today after hearing last night that Sven-Göran Eriksson had called him up to the England squad to play in Sweden next week. And talking of 19-year-olds making their Old Firm debuts, UEFA Cup hero David Marshall does as well.
Interesting just to see how Celtic start today. We think we'll start with a 4-4-2, but it'll be very easy for them to change to a 3-5-2. But if it is a 4 across the middle of the park, look for Agathe pushing down that right-hand side to try and get the supply into Sutton and Larsson. Neil Lennon, as always, will protect the back line, and still in Petrov and Stephen Pearson, both so good at getting up beside the strikers and at times even beyond them to be a real threat.
The moment is almost here. The fourth Old Firm game of the season. 3 out of 3 for Celtic so far. Can Rangers do anything about it? It's been spot the Scot in recent times in this Old Firm fixture. Petrov has been pulling his hair out, so he'll be happier to see 7 Scottish players in the starting 22. 4 for Rangers, 3 for Celtic. And playing his third top team game on the bounce, 19-year-old Alan Hutton. He scored his first goal during the week as well against Dunfermline. And same age, but a little bit more experience after Thursday night in the Nou Camp. David Marshall, a stunning performance from the teenager to keep out the big stars of Barcelona. Alec McLeish had such an amazing start to his Rangers managerial career in Old Firm matches, but it's turned around since then, and he's looking to reverse a trend of 4 straight defeats. A bit of pitch cleaning to be done at Ibrox. The beach balls are out in force. Celtic heading back to Spain after their win against Barcelona to play Villarreal in the quarter-finals. And there's Kenny Clark, the referee for this match, his 9th Old Firm match in charge. There's a swirling breeze inside Ibrox, and that doesn't make collecting the beach balls any easier. I've heard of some reasons for a delayed kickoff, but this one beats the lot. Jack, what's the latest?
Yeah, well, they've just decided the police are going to hold the kick-off up until they get some stewards down to clear the patch of beach balls. I'm happy with the tide come in, will help it a wee bit.
So Petrov and Agathe doing their best as well. If he tries throwing that, it's going to come straight back to him.
I've never seen anything like this at an Old Firm game, to be fair. But I'm sure it won't affect the players too much.
And that UEFA Cup tie for Celtic will come along very quickly. A week on Thursday, Celtic will head back to Spain to face Villarreal. And if they can beat another Spanish side, they're in the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup. The European adventure continues. Pitch clear. We're ready to go. Not only have Celtic lost all 3 Old Firm matches this season, they haven't managed a goal. Looking to redress the balance somewhat on their home patch against a Celtic side with massive momentum behind it, and a team which exerted an incredible amount of effort on Thursday night. How will that impact? Michael Mole's cross lies behind.
I'm looking, Rob, at the Celtic starting lineup. Look as if they're going to go 3 across the back. Balde, Varga and John Kennedy on the left-hand side, which will mean Agathe and Alan Thompson playing the wing-back areas.
Rangers have won only 1 of the last 12 Old Firm League games. And their view today is hugely important, hugely significant. The Rangers win is not going to stop Celtic winning the championship, but it might just give a pointer towards brighter days ahead for them next season, looking to pose a serious challenge. And that's not happened for the defending champions in this campaign.
Slack pass there from Stephen Hughes, taking the pressure off Celtic. They're right, you might say, Rob, there's nothing at stake in an Old Firm game. Both sets of fans will demand that the players give everything they've got out there, and I'm sure that's what will happen.
Peter Lovenkrands thumps the ball downfield. Stan Varga takes charge alongside John Kennedy. Well, he was one of several standouts for Celtic against Barcelona. I remember saying it in midweek, as the thought crossed my mind, he couldn't get a game for Sunderland last season, and he's now an automatic pick in the Celtic side. Again, a lapse in concentration in the Rangers ranks. Stephen Hughes let that drift over the touchline.
He did, just to be talking about Stan Varga in the latter part of the game on Thursday night. He was absolutely immense beside John Kennedy. Everything that came his way, he timed his tackles to perfection.
In goes Michael Boer. Varga to the offside, Larsson. Flag up against him. His last trip to Ibrox, Larsson, and we wouldn't be at all surprised if he marked it with a goal.
This is very, very tight. I think he's just a fraction offside. If anything, Craig Moore on the opposite side may have played him on.
Michael Moles nutmegs Neil Lennon and slips in the act of shooting.
Good play initially from Michael Moles, little nutmegging Neil Lennon. But if he looks up, Aaron Hutton's 3 wide on the right-hand side. Alex to have the shot from 25 yards or so, but it was always going to be closed down. He's picked the wrong option there.
It's got a typical Michael Moles goal during the week, but he struggled to maintain a consistent vein of form. He's timed that run perfectly on the end of Ronald de Boer's pass. Trying to free himself of the attentions of Stan Varga. Alan Thompson helping out too. Moles will depart Ibrox in the summer. A very stiff challenge from John Kennedy, leaving Ronald de Boer in no doubt. Hutton's throw, and Michael Moles could do nothing with it. It's gone behind for the goal kick. Black eye and a broken nose didn't stop him turning out in the first half against Dunfermline in midweek. Ronald de Boer, He's had some surgery on that nose. He says it looks better than it did beforehand, so he's pleased about that, and didn't want to miss this one. Thompson's pass. Henrik Larsson trying to play in Pearson. Well defended by Rangers. Here's the teenager Alan Hutton. Rampaging down the right. John Kennedy dealt well with the threat.
Just lost his way a little bit towards the end of that run, young Alan Hutton. But a good break from the back.
Thompson to Sutton, lovely knockdown for Larsson. And good challenge by Khizanishvili. Michael Ball on the ball, has lost all 4 of the Old Firm matches he's played in after a pretty successful run in the Merseyside derby when he was at Everton. Boer takes out Ronald de Burke. He has the invention and the imagination to make things happen for Rangers, but failed there. Lovely pass, winning a cheer from the Celtic fans at the moment. They're on a high, heading for the title in the Tennis Scottish Cup semi-finals, and now the UEFA Cup quarter-finals. Under pressure was Khizanishvili, and Pearson was the man applying that pressure.
We think all the Rangers are going to take something from this game. They've got to pass the ball well. They've got to get it into the feet of Ronald de Boer and Michael Moles. Just a few minutes ago, we've seen de Boer coming short. That'll cause Celtic problems. He'll come short into no man's land between the midfield and the back, try and pick up the ball and turn and play in Moles and Lovenkrands.
Here's Lovenkrands, lays it off, then zooms down the touchline. Agathe had some wonderful challenges against Ronaldinho, but he's lost out to Bob Markham. Lovenkrands miss-hit the shot. Stephen Hughes in the way was Agathe, and the follow-up effort from Ronald de Boer is deflected. Rangers have a corner.
That was a chance. Good play from Bob Markham winning this 50-50 with Agathe. He does well here, lifts his head, pulls the ball back to Lovenkrands, who miss-hits it, but then there's a chance for Stephen Hughes. Blocked the first time, then re-hits it. Pass for the corner.
6 in the box for Ronald de Boer's corner. Finds none of them, headed away by Balde. Stephen Hughes gets it back into the danger area, but it's a high looping cross. It's way beyond everyone.
Easy one for David Marshall. When you look at that corner kick from Ronald de Boer, the one thing the Rangers will have to do today, Celtic, they've got the bigger physical players. They will win a 50-50 in the air most of the time. Rangers will maybe have to think of 1 or 2 different ploys from corner kicks and free kicks.
Rangers have a psychological barrier to cross, having had to play second fiddle to Celtic this season. They have had a decent couple of results in the last couple of games, 8 goals. This is the big test. Burke opens play out. On Hutton. Looking for some movement up ahead of him, looking for options. And there wasn't too much choice for him.
No, lots of Celtic players behind the ball, but you've got to say Rangers have started the game well. It's been playing mainly in the Celtic half. They've passed it reasonably well. Just that final ball, that little bit of penetration at the end.
Celtic have lost only 7 league games in nearly 4 years with Martin O'Neill as the Celtic manager. A phenomenal record that. Some of those defeats have been in relatively meaningless matches towards the end of championship winning seasons. But there's a confidence and an assurance about Celtic at the moment. You can well understand why. And there's also a relaxation about their play, because even if they were to lose here today, they will still have a 13-point lead. Ten minutes gone. Neil Lennon keeping possession as he does so well. Alan Thompson chips it forward for Chris Sutton. His run was blocked by Khizanishvili, but I don't think there was anything that would alert Kenny Clark's attention here.
No, there's nothing in this. Both players trying to win the ball. Khizanishvili just holding his ground, Sutton trying to get round him. If anything, that may be a free kick in Rangers' favour.
Thompson's pass is a poor one. Moore to Hughes. Bad pass from Balde to Lovenkrands. Had him stretching. Celtic back on the ball. Well, I said Celtic were relaxed, maybe a bit too relaxed there. Chris Sutton took his eye off it and the ball was over the line. His fellow Englishman, though, Alan Thompson, is on top form, having heard last night that he's in the England squad for the friendly in Sweden next week. It's finally happened. I was speaking about relaxation there, Chick, and I wonder if Martin O'Neill is maybe wanting the Celtic to up it a gear.
Yeah, I think exactly that. He had a flea in the ear for Neil Lennon just a couple of moments ago when he was a bit slack with a couple of passes. He's a real lecture at him.
Good run from Gavin Ray. That wins Rangers another corner.
He does that well, Gavin Ray. Happy to go beyond the strikers at times. It's a good ball from Hutton. Stephen Pearson working well back the way to ensure the ball doesn't come into the danger area.
Now, what can Rangers make of this? Craig Moore steps forward, Bob Malcolm as well. Alan Hutton is in the penalty box. Stephen Hughes, Peter Lovenkrands, Gavin Ray just outside the area. In from Ronald de Boer. Sent away by John Kennedy. Two corners for Rangers, and they've made little of them.
No, it's so difficult, Rob. I said that earlier. So maybe think of someone going short, try to upset the Celtic defenders a little bit, catch them out of position, and then they may get a bit of joy.
It's about ingenuity, isn't it? It's about a bit of invention, because in terms of sheer size, Rangers can't really compete.
Yeah, you look at the back three, Varga, Balde, Kennedy, and then you've got Chris Sutton back in there as well. Thompson's a big lad.
Celtic 29 league games unbeaten. It's an amazing succession of results. 27 wins and 2 draws. Looking to make that unbeaten run 30.
I'm a little bit surprised at the tempo of the game, Rob. It's normally 100 miles an hour at the start of an Old Firm game, and invariably goes at that pace for 90 minutes. But this one's been slow today.
Celtic, of course, don't have to force the pace.
Well, you know, that's the exact situation we're talking about there. Celtic, all the pressure on Rangers to make sure they take something from the match.
Varga. Larsson flagged offside.
This one will be close. It's a late run from Henrik Larsson. Varga nowhere else to go. And when he plays the ball, it is very, very tight again. It's very close.
Tight, Sandy. Varga's pass through the middle. Stefan Klos, his 26th Old Firm game. And there will be a few more, he having tied himself to Rangers till 2007, and how often has he saved Rangers in these matches. Thompson lofts it forward beyond Sutton and Larsson. Khizanishvili makes sure it heads back to his goalkeeper. Michael Ball holds his arms wide, saying, "Give me some options." Peter Lovenkrands, Gavin Ray, great challenge by John Kennedy, keeping up the form he showed in Barcelona on Thursday.
He has to get this one right, John Kennedy, but this is a good ball. It holds up the wind a little bit, allowing Lovenkrands to get the flick on, and Gavin Ray again support from the midfield. His first touch not the best, taking it too far forward to allow the challenge.
Ball's throw. Michael Moles was there. Stephen Pearson clears. Khizanishvili misjudged the bounce. Larsson has it. Now Sutton. Craig Moore got just enough. If Henrik Larsson had switched that left to Pearson, Celtic might have had a better chance to score.
You're right, Rob. Stephen Pearson was making up the ground rapidly down the left-hand side.
Petrov. Kennedy to Thompson. Michael Ball into Ronald de Burke. Lovenkrands. Agathe's challenge. Prods the ball away from Ball. And talking about balls, too many on the pitch at the moment. I don't think they're regulation size. Chance for Ball to get the ball into the box. He's overrun it. Possession nipped away from him by Neil Lennon. I wonder what Alec McLeish is wanting Rangers to do at the moment. He's gesticulating from the technical area, Chick.
Yeah, they're trying to get Ronald de Boer on the ball much more often, and I think Michael Ball and Lovenkrands, we saw Lovenkrands making a break there. He's trying to get Lovenkrands fed to take on a gap. Not an easy task, of course. And I have to say that Martin O'Neill is also equally worried about the approach down the left-hand side for Rangers.
Stephen Pearson was onside, breaking from midfield there. The pace of the pass defeated him. Man of the match telephone number is this: 09011 110 861. Sandy will decide later. Nearly 18 minutes gone at Ibrox. Rangers 0, Celtic 0. And neither goalkeeper has had a serious save to make so far.
You're right, Robert. I wonder just how much the wind is playing a part today. A lot of passes going astray. The ball's moving, but it's high in the air. Must be difficult for the players.
Chested down by Sutton to Larsson, who gives it away. What? Larsson and gives it away in the same sentence? Surely not. Khizanishvili's pass cut out by Varga. Lennon quickly to Petrov. Now Larsson. Hooked shirt streaming forward. One is Stephen Pearson. Heads it back in for Petrov. Craig Moore clears. 20-year-old John Kennedy is there. Ray's challenge on Petrov is penalised. Celtic have a free kick and a set-piece chance to get themselves ahead.
I'm sure the big guys will be up. It's Gavin Ray can see he's in the top of still in Petrov there. Easy one for the referee to give. It's in a dangerous area.
Thompson is over the ball, and inside the penalty area, Kennedy and Varga and Balde. Thompson's left foot. Celtic 1 up. It's Henrik Larsson. His last game for Celtic at Ibrox is marked by the customary goal, his 33rd of the season, his 234th Celtic career goal.
It's an easy goal for Henrik Larsson, simply by the fact that Michael Ball loses him completely. Ball gets underneath the ball, he goes forward a yard too early, and Larsson eventually is on his own 6 yards out, and a player of this quality, he certainly can't miss from there. But Michael Ball gets it all wrong. He's picking up Larsson and makes an absolute hash of it.
Well, I mentioned Balde and Varga and Kennedy in the build-up to that. Rangers might have had their eyes on those three. They took their eyes off Henrik Larsson, and that is a major mistake. And in terms of Alec McLeish and his viewpoint, that goes down as a cheap goal.
It's a really cheap goal. The Michael Ball got it all wrong. The wrong side of Larsson when the ball came in. Larsson didn't have to move, he didn't have to get away from ball. Simply a bad starting position.
Only Bobby Lennox and Jimmy McGregor in Celtic history have scored more goals. That's 234 and in only 304 games. It's remarkable. And one or two chapters may be left in Henrik Larsson Celtic story still to go. Still in Petrov's shot, tugged across goal as Alec McLeish ponders what he's going to do next, Chick.
Yeah, I think about an attack with Jan Wouters, Andy Watson. I think they really are thinking about a change. You may see Henning Berg introduced into centre defence shortly. There's no doubt there's been a major talk with the players. I think we may see a change.
That surprises me a little bit. You know, Rangers haven't started the game badly. They've had more possession than Celtic. They've looked to play the game in Celtic's half. It's the picking up at the set pieces that's left them behind and chasing the game a little bit.
.21.5 minutes gone at Ibrox. Rangers 0, Celtic 1. No free kick, says Kenny Clark.
I think, to be fair, the referee was playing advantage.
Michael Ball, whose glaring error gave Larsson the chance to open the scoring here. You don't want to do that, especially inside the 6-yard box. And Stefan Klos had not a chance. Good work from Ronald de Boer, wins it against Varga. Michael Knowles. Gavin Ray gets himself into the box. Here's Stephen Hughes. That's poor from Rangers.
It was good play initially from Michael Knowles, but Alan McLeish will be disappointed in his pass to Stephen Hughes there. He played the ball high in the air, took a while to come down, and Hughes tried to play it back to Knowles. He was under a lot of pressure and put too much on it. Just keep it simple, I'm sure that's what he's saying.
Celtic have won the last 4 Old Firm matches, and heading here for 5 out of 5, unless Rangers can knock them out of their stride. And the shake of the head from Alec McLeish that we've just seen tells its story. Stephen Pearson, Neil Lennon. Short passes, simple passes, carving Rangers open. Henrik Larsson. And it's brought back for a free kick against the challenge on Pearson.
It's Craig Moore on that one, and just before that Michael Ball had the late challenge, but referee Kenny Clark played advantage. Another chance for Celtic from a set piece.
The development of Pearson in quick time at Celtic Park has been phenomenal. He's been there, I should say, only 3 months, and he was already highly promising, and he's gone several stages beyond that now. 3 goals for Celtic, 5 for Motherwell. Prior to that, he's a goal-scoring threat. He also creates a lot for those around him. with his very direct play. Henrik Larsson leaves it to Alan Thompson. It's gone wide. Stefan Klos looked fairly happy about this one.
He'll be disappointed Alan Thompson doesn't hit the target. Stefan Klos gets his wall right. He covers one side, the wall's got the other side. If it had been on target, the Rangers keeper, I'm sure, would have saved it.
Steven Pearson's header, pretty much unchallenged. There was a challenge on Chris Sutton. Rangers throw. Varga. A high boot, it seemed, from Bob Malcolm, gets away with it. Lovenkrands on to Moles. That's a bad mistake by Bob Malcolm. And John Kennedy racing forward with Chris Sutton in front of him. Back from Moore to Klos. But Rangers making basic mistakes all over the pitch and playing themselves into trouble here.
Well, it was Bob Malcolm that time, and John Kennedy also made a hash of it. Good possession on the counter-attack from Celtic's point of view, but it was a poor pass to Chris Sutton.
Flicked forward by Thompson and headed back by Craig Moore to Stefan Klos. You just wonder what that goal has done to Rangers, because since then there's been a pretty untidy spell from the home team.
What's happened, Rob, that the Celtic obviously grown confidence by taking the lead, and Rangers go the opposite way. The fans go on the back just that little bit more, demanding that they do well, and they get uptight and they stop passing the ball.
At the moment, Rangers unable to use the ball constructively at all.
But that's where people have to take responsibility. Guys like Craig Moore on the ball now, the club captain, they have to make sure they get the players round about and working hard, and it's important from Rangers' point of view, the front two especially, they keep looking for the ball, they don't hide.
Chick, you can see from the body language of Alec McLeish that he is not at all happy with the way things are developing here.
Far from it. I mean, I think everybody senses a dip in the Rangers' performances, as Sandy was saying, since that goal, and he's just trying to get them going again, telling you a bit of spirit and battle into their play. Challenge here on Ronald de Burr, and de Burr has actually been the target of what Alex would try to say, get him on the ball. He's had very few touches, particularly in the wake of that Celtic goal. Seems to put that change in ice, Rob, that I was talked about earlier on, I have to say.
A rash challenge on de Burr by Pearson gives Rangers this free kick. How they would love to get back on terms. In from Michael Ball. Michael Ball's got his head to it. Kept in by Craig Moore. Bob Malcolm's cross proving hugely difficult, but what a bit of skill from Ronald de Burr to get it down. In from Lovenkrands. Kennedy's header goes behind. And that was all down to Ronald de Burr making light of a very difficult delivery.
It was a poor ball from Bob Malcolm. But what a magnificent first touch from Ronald de Burr.
De Burr's corner for Balde with no challenge on him. Stephen Hughes back in. It's Balde again. A massive barrier to Rangers. Khizanishvili's crossfield pass. De Burr with that instant control. Squeezes the ball into the box. Again, Balde, for the third time running, forces the ball clear. Good play from Michael Ball. De Burr squares it to Malcolm. Michael Moles looking for space, looking for room. Neil Lennon plugging the gaps for Celtic at the expense of a corner.
Better from Rangers though, good passing. Bob Malcolm involved Moles, and de Burr again trying to play the little slide rule pass. Neil Lennon not sure where his opponent was. Playing safe, putting out for the corner. The Rangers have got to try and do these corner kicks. Celtic have won every header easily so far in the game. That's better.
Back from Ray to de Burr. Ball squares it to Khizanishvili. Easy clearance for John Kennedy. Awkward bouncing ball for Khizanishvili. Does well. And then took too long to move it on. Celtic have it back with Lennon.
It was Chris Sutton there who wasn't prepared to give that one up.
Good skill from Alan Thompson. Celtic in charge in the 30th minute at Ibrox, 1 up. And nudge on Larsson by Khizanishvili with the ball in the air, gets away with it. If you've just joined us, you won't be surprised to learn Henrik Larsson has scored the goal on 19 minutes. Good hold-up work from Sutton. Pearson, Lennon, Thompson, and back with John Kennedy. Hutton's challenge on Thompson. It's a match of much more significance, this, to Rangers than Celtic, with the title already in the bag. But Rangers struggling at the moment to mount a response to that Larsson goal. The up and under from Lennon. McGovern surging through the midfield. Peter Lovenkrands gives it back to him. Good covering across from Stan Varga, seeing the threat, the darting run of Lovenkrands into the box.
Good defending by the big centre-back. Also good play from Gavin Ray and Lovenkrands.
Michael Boer tries to create something for Rangers. Almost an own goal from Stan Varga.
I can't believe David Marshall saved that. It must have been 4 or 5 yards away from him when it ricochets off Varga. It's getting in beside the post, and what a save that was.
And there's another one to deny Alan Hutton. It was awkward, it was bouncing in front of him, he was at full stretch.
This is the best one. He can't see this to the last minute. What an incredible stop. It's a good height for him, but he does really well to get there. And this is the second one. Hutton, he's got a header at the back post, and it's edging up towards that top corner before he gets a hand to it.
De Boer's corner. Boer trying to get to the end of it. Bob Malcolm does. There's Ray. Stephen Hughes. Balde. Petrov. Varga thumps it clear. Well, remarkable goalkeeping by David Marshall. He was astounding in Barcelona in midweek, and yet again he has produced a couple of stunning saves. This looked like the wrong hand to save it with. It looked as if it was going to bounce in. That was remarkable enough, but the one which preceded it was even better.
You're saying the wrong hand. I don't think it makes any difference what hand you save it with, as long as you keep it out. 2 tremendous saves.
Remember, despite Barcelona and all that, it's David Marshall's first Old Firm game. It has its own very special atmosphere, its own very special pressures, but I don't think he can spell pressure. Another threat to Rangers. Balde and Varga up for the set piece. Thompson delivers. Balde hits the deck. Well, here's save number 1 again from David Marshall. It was Michael Ball, the threat for Rangers. It came off Stan Varga. It was moving at ferocious pace inside the post. And razor-sharp reactions from Marshall. 2 stunning saves in the space of a minute. And that keeps Celtic ahead. Gavin's cross, blocked by Lennon. And turned out to play by Kennedy. Still in Petrov. Henrik Larsson. Petrov again. Rangers have it back. And Rangers could reasonably have expected to have been level with those two efforts on goal.
They seem to have settled now after losing the goal, certainly getting back into the game. When you think that Stefan Klos really has had very little to do other than pick the ball out of the net, and young Larsson's had two marvellous saves. Don't think this game's finished yet.
Just that one desperately disappointing lapse for Rangers when Michael Boer switched off, Henrik Larsson switched on, and it was 1-0.
That's what will frustrate Alan McLeish more than anything else. His team have been okay, they've performed reasonably well. They've gone behind to a really slack bit of play.
Ronald de Boer's flick fails to pay off, but he gets it back. Bob Malcolm, pretty loose past that one, but Peter Lovenkrands did well to keep it in.
I think Alan McLeish will also be looking for a little bit more from Lovenkrands this left-hand side. Today again, sticking to him very closely. A good race between those two. But the Rangers manager at home will be looking for him to do more.
Well, those two stunning David Marshall saves have kept Celtic ahead. Henrik Larsson is the man whose goal separates the sides. And if you give him that sort of room, you pay the price. It's happened time and time again. And this, Larsson's 33rd goal of the season.
It's the fact, Rob, that he doesn't have to move. He just holds his ground, stays where he is, and gets on the end of the cross, while ball's well out of position.
We'll see Rangers again next weekend. They're at Fir Park. Motherwell chasing a top 6 finish against Rangers next Sunday from 2:25. Lovenkrands against Agathe and Lennon. Michael Boer's cross. Alan Hutton missed hit the shot, but Ronald de Boer had the chance. And his overhead kick went wide.
That's another half chance, so first for Hutton, this one wedges all the way through to him. Good challenge in the box here. But it makes a hash of this to the young man. Ronald de Boer back to goal. Good technique. Just a little bit unlucky, can't get on target.
Petrov against Hughes, Celtic's throw. Heading towards half-time. Just 7 minutes to go. Rangers 0, Celtic 1, live from BBC Scotland. The 4th Celtic away game on the trot, live on the BBC. Winning at Dundee and Hibs, drawing in Barcelona, and ahead here in the Old Firm match. And they've won the previous 3 this season. That was Ray's foul on Balde. Agathe with the free kick. Larsson unchallenged for the header. You can't say Rangers aren't well warned. But again, there, Larsson not picked up.
Everyone who plays against Celtic, you realise one of their biggest threats is their strength at set pieces.
Through from Lovenkrands from Ols. Tugs his effort wide, got a decent first touch to get the ball down, but failed to hit the target.
It's another hard chance though from Rangers' point of view. They keep plugging away here. It's a good touch, good first touch from Michael Moles. He realises he can't run away from the Celtic defenders at this point, but he tries to loop it over the top of young Marshall. It's not too far away.
Larsson trying to set up Pearson. Michael Ball clears, but he hit the panic button there and he handed possession straight back to Celtic. Varga for Petrov. Flicks it on to Agathe. Pearson up ahead of him, and Larsson. The step over from Larsson didn't fool Moore. Moles to Lovenkrands. Stephen Hughes tries to inject some pace. Celtic with bodies behind the ball, cutting down the options for Rangers, and in the end the Rangers attack fizzles out. Well, David Marshall has had a few days he will never forget as long as he lives. The hero of Barcelona, and what a couple of stunning saves in the Old Firm match from the teenage goalkeeper. Firstly, to stop an own goal going in, and then that awkward bouncing header which he touched away and kept Martin O'Neill's team ahead here. "41 minutes gone. Celtic looking to take a lead into the away dressing room at half-time and threatening to add to their lead here. Neil Lennon playing a hugely significant part again for Rangers. Sometimes his contribution is missed, but he's the man who's always available on the end of passes and always linking things together for the champions in waiting.
What Celtic have done really well today is get people behind the ball when they lose it. The front two, they try and defend from the front, but the three at the back, it's just this the great challenge to make the moves. As I was saying, Celtic, oh, it's a sore one.
Stephen Hughes. Gavin Ray robbed of possession by Sylla, and Petrov does well, Ray, to win it back. De Boer to Lovenkrands. Early ball in, not a good one though. John Kennedy comfortable in clearing. Khizanishvili, Hughes, and marked was De Boer. Lovenkrands slices it wide, and that is criminal.
What a chance for Lovenkrands. I don't think he needs to be told, but the Rangers front two do well. De Boer back to Moles, who sets up Lovenkrands, and from there no more than 7 yards. First and foremost, you've got to hit the target, got to make the goalkeeper work. Go across the keeper, you may get a deflection. To go near post is the worst option, because past the post you've lost it all.
He's never scored 3 in a row for Rangers. Lovenkrands scored in the last 2. What a chance he had to complete the hat-trick there against Celtic and to keep up his impressive Old Firm scoring record, Lovenkrands. But he took absolutely the wrong option there, and one can only imagine what was being said down below us by his manager at that point. A real opportunity. If he'd driven it across the goal, well, anything could have happened. That was the one option he didn't want to take. Sliced into the side net. Rangers have had their chances to get back on terms.
Alan McLeish, I'm sure, will feel his team don't deserve to be behind if they are still behind at half-time. But that'll give his players lots of confidence going into the second half.
A foul by Lovenkrands on Larsson, and a yellow card just compounds the misery of the last couple of minutes for the Danish winger.
I think just before that, though, he had a late tackle on Balde, so I'm sure it's an accumulation of both that made up Kenny Clark's mind.
Inside the 45th and final minute of the first half. Didier Agathe's free kick. Headed clear by Malcolm. Neil Lennon. Stan Varga. It's beyond Sutton, who claims he was being held by Bob Malcolm.
Not for the first time, a little tete-a-tete between Sutton and and Bob Malcolm.
Good turn from Moles. Stephen Hughes to Michael Ball. Last chance for Rangers to level things up. Balde's header. De Boer's layoff. Alan Hutton's cross. There's Lovenkrands. Won the header, but there was enough of a challenge from Agathe to ensure that, again, Lovenkrands couldn't hit the target.
Again, good passing from Rangers, working the ball down the right-hand side and eventually thrown up to the back post area. But Agathe doing well.
It's half-time, and Celtic are ahead. Henrik Larsson has done it again. His 33rd goal of the season on his last Celtic visit to Ibrox. His 234th Celtic career goal. And hats off again to David Marshall on his Old Firm debut. A couple of stunning saves to stop Rangers from squaring the game. It's 1-0 Celtic at half-time. And this was the moment that Michael Ball lost Henrik Larsson, and Celtic's top scorer made him pay. Larsson's goal, followed by a breathtaking display of goalkeeping again from the teenager David Marshall. That stopped Rangers getting on level terms. Then there was the glaring miss from Peter Lovenkrands at close range. And after all that, it's 1-0 Celtic at half-time. A big part of Alec McLeish's pre-Old Firm message was, don't go to pieces at set pieces. That's exactly what's happened for Rangers in the first half. And Henrik Larsson was happy to take full advantage with one of his easier goals, the downward header. And Stefan Klos was rooted to the spot. Michael Ball it was who got it all wrong at the set piece. Yes, Celtic are strong at set pieces, but surely Rangers want to make them work hard for goals, and that was a soft one from the Rangers viewpoint in a funny old first half in which Rangers carved out good chances, but Celtic have the lead. Kenny Clark prepares to get the second half underway. And Celtic halfway to making it 4 wins out of 4 against Rangers this season. Results which have helped to crush Rangers' title defence and also remove the last option of silverware heading for the Ibrox trophy room when they won Celtic against Rangers in the Tennant Scottish Cup. So big questions being asked here of Rangers' resolve. Can they stage a fight back?
I think, Rob, the Rangers fans will demand that their team go forward, have a real go and try and get back into this match. The Celtic will be more than comfortable getting the 3 across the back, the 5 across the middle behind the ball and playing the counter-attack.
Stephen Pearson prodded the ball forward. Just gone behind for the first goal kick of the second half. Pearson man of the match in the first leg against Barcelona at Celtic Park, and came onto a strong showing in the second half in the new camp as well. Stephen Hughes fell heavily.
I think there may be a slight nudge there from Balde to knock him down.
Came for that one, Balde then stopped. There was a bit of indecision about who was taking that for Celtic. Bob Malcolm down the middle for Moles, but towering over him was Balde.
That's a hard ball for Michael Moles to try and win. High up there from Bob Malcolm.
That's not the service he wants.
No, it's got to be in the feet for Moles and De Boer. Moles' first half certainly played well.
Alan Hutton, Gavin Ray, Loses out to Pearson. Good work from Michael Knowles. Wins it back. Gavin Ray tries to work it on for Stephen Hughes. It's deflected back to David Marshall.
Look at Martin O'Neill a bit too happy with Stephen Pearson there. Caught possession. Michael Knowles working hard to create that half chance.
Teenagers on the pitch. One might have scored Alan Hutton's downward header in the first half, but the other teenager had decided it wasn't going in and produced the second of those spectacular saves. The Rangers will feel they've had their chances in the first half, none taken. They have to keep carving out opportunities and hope that one's going to go in. On the overlap. Poor ball in, no test of Varga. Kennedy thumps it downfield.
Rangers at the start of the second half. They're trying to push Alan Hutton on down the right-hand side. Gavin Ray is in beside Pearson in that area. Hutton's the one giving the width down the right. Lovenkrands on the left.
Back from Khizanishvili. Rangers need to have direction about their play in this second half.
As I said, Rob, when you look at the Celtic team, every player behind the ball, it's so difficult to break that down. You've got to do it at pace is a secret.
Khizanishvili's pass. Moles grounded as he tried to get away from Balde. Accusing fingers being pointed at the Celtic centre-back. Rangers looking to force a breakdown in the Celtic machine. It'll take some doing, and Henrik Larsson is unmarked. Had Chris Sutton been able to pick him out?
That was great play from Stefan Klos. Larsson was on his own. Sutton realised he was there, but Klos almost like a sweeper. Closed down the space.
That could have been costly for Alec McLeish and his team, Chick.
Yeah, they're obviously trying to sandy touch in this, kind of get Hutton forward down the right-hand side. Not for Sutton for them, but Hutton down the right-hand side. Trying to put an impact down there. He's just screaming at him to get forward and get the ball played into him. When they pick it up in central defence, he makes the break forward.
Stephen Hughes to get past Kenny Clark, among others. Michael Bowles' cross. Too much on it for Moles, but he can keep it in. Hutton. Alan Hutton's shot took a deflection on its way in, and it was perilously close to that far post.
Great play from the young full-back. Picks the ball up from Michael Knowles, drives in towards the belt area. That may well have ended up in the back of the net if it wasn't for the deflection. That's what Alec McLeish wants to see. Big full-back pushing forward.
Well, I must say, I like the look of him, positive in everything he's done here. The Boer's corner, not good enough to get beyond Petrov. And Celtic go untested at that set piece. And that's not at all in the Rangers script. Pearson against Khizanishvili. Henrik Larsson. Stephen Pearson. Brilliant save by Klos. But Celtic have scored. Alan Thompson. 2-0 Celtic. 6.5 minutes into the second half.
Rangers just simply don't deal with the long ball forward. Khizanishvili takes too much of a chance. Should have cleared it. Stephen Klos does well to save that one. But great play from Alan Thompson, following up taking it past the goalkeeper, then gets the shot on target. Watch this bit from Thompson. This is the important part. Get round the keeper, get it on target. Might have taken a slight deflection, but because it's on target, it ends up in the back of the net.
Looked as if it was deflected in. Thompson danced it round Klos, and it just took a flick off the boot of Bob Malcolm, and that deceived Khizanishvili on the goal line, and that meant there was no stopping it. What a 24 hours he's had. An England call-up, and now another Old Firm goal. It's 2-0 Celtic.
You see there, Rob, how dangerous Celtic won the counter-attack. There's a late one. The yellow card.
Yellow card for Craig Moore, and a finger in the chest from Neil Lennon.
I don't know why Neil Lennon has to get involved in that one. The referees took the appropriate action. He's cautioned Moore. It's a late challenge. Chris Sutton is through the back of Chris Sutton. Frustration from Craig Moore, the Rangers captain. They're losing the second goal. But really, you've got to be more controlled than that. And that's so silly. That causes problems, not just only on the park, also on the stands.
Couldn't resist the temptation, could Neil Lennon. Second yellow card of the match. Lovenkrands for Rangers, Lennon for Celtic, and I think Chris Burke is going to come on for Rangers. Chick, by the looks of it.
Yeah, absolutely. The wake of that goal, there was an immediate cry from Andy Watson for the young Burke to get warmed up. There's Burke just out in the picture. The debate between Watson, Wouters and McLeish. Burke getting changed, having to be confirmed who's coming off, Rob, but yeah, it's nice to see an Alexander Scott get a taste of this environment.
Back from Petrov to Agathe. Celtic in control, Celtic in charge. It's the phrase of the season. Attempts to take the free kick quickly by Sylla and Petrov, denied.
I'm surprised that Kenny Clark's pulled that one back. Petrov's trying to take an advantage.
The frustration spilling over for Rangers at the moment, not surprising. That second goal for Celtic means it's now a long way back for the home team. Larsson and Thompson have scored the goals, looking for another one. Alan Thompson's free kick, and the foul goes Rangers' way.
Yeah, it was Chris Sutton on Bob Malcolm giving away the free kick.
Alan Thompson's 13th goal of the season. In terms of supply and finishing, he makes a massive contribution. And you have to say that after the exertions of Barcelona, this is a quite remarkable performance from Celtic.
Well, I think the way the game's going, Rob, it suits them. They said before, they're very good, very comfortable playing counter-attack, lots of bodies behind the ball. As they showed in Thursday night, they're very resilient at the back. Stephen Pearson made a marvellous run in the counter-attack for that second goal.
I say exertion, but the other word, of course, is momentum, isn't it? And Celtic have got it. They've been marauding through the Scottish Premier League campaign this season, heading towards 30 games unbeaten. Larsson to Sutton. Moore's challenge.
It's a free kick.
Craig Moore just been yellow carded. He's treading a dangerous path now.
The last thing that Rangers want is to get out of 10 men. There's a lot in that one, but he's got to be careful, just trying to usher the ball out for the goal kick rather than give away the free kick.
10 minutes into the second half, 2 down, and Rangers don't want to go to pieces.
They've got to defend this set piece.
In from Alan Thompson, Chris Sutton's header, back off the crossbar. A fraction away from 3-0. Pearson's cross deflected behind off Khizanishvili. It's a corner.
Again, it's from the set piece. Chris Sutton gets away from Bob Malcolm. I'm not too sure who hit that one off the crossbar there. Well, it was Varga.
I think it was Varga. Stan Varga, who's got an Old Firm goal to his credit already this season. And so close there to scoring Celtic's third goal. Thompson's corner kick, cleared pretty unconvincingly by Lovenkrands. Well, Rangers did have plans to take off Stephen Hughes, but I think it's all change. Details to follow. But right at this moment, Rangers trying to hold on. 2 down, could so easily have been 3. Check what's happening substitute-wise.
Chris Burke still is going to be entered into the fray. Stephen Hughes was coming off. Then Klos changed his mind. He'd given a bit of paper to the fourth official, Freeman, and I believe it's Khizanishvili that's coming off. They've turned up the original bit of paper.
Chris Sutton is through. Squares it for Larsson. A wonder save by Stefan Klos. Martin O'Neill below us just couldn't believe that. He thought it was 3.
It's an unbelievable save from the Rangers goalkeeper. The Rangers at the moment are just a shambles at the back. They can't control anything that Celtic are doing. Sutton unselfishly cuts it back. You would expect Larsson or Pearson to stick this one in the net, but the goalkeeper just throws his body at it and manages to get lucky.
Top-class goalkeeping from Klos. Keeps it at 2-0. Thompson's corner. Klos is there again. Launched away by Hutton. So it's not Hughes, it is Khizanishvili to come off. Rangers will reshuffle with Chris Burke coming on.
I think Rangers may go and play 4-3-3 now. Burke wide in the right, Lovenkrands in the left, Moles through the middle, and De Boer back in midfield with Bob Malcolm at the centre back.
Kennedy's throw picks out Sutton. Thompson. And Alan Hutton doing the defending. Celtic irresistible at the moment. And Rangers simply trying to hang on in there. Hutton again with the header. And John Kennedy fires it wide. But Stan Varga was right on target with his effort a few minutes ago, which came so close to getting Celtic 3 goals in front. It was Chris Sutton's downward header, then off the shin of Varga, and, well, a fraction of an inch lower, and Celtic were 3 goals in front.
I think if Stan Varga just let that one go, it may well ended up in the back of the net anyway. It'd been difficult for Craig Moore to get it out.
Very nearly Varga's 8th goal of the season. A slip by Kennedy. It's Chris Burke. Shot blocked by Bobo Balde. Threw himself in the way. So immediately, 20-year-old Burke had a chance to get a goal back.
He'll cause Celtic problems down this right-hand side. There's a slip initially from John Kennedy, but Bobo Balde does well to get across. Just holds his ground and blocks the shot from the young Rangers player.
We've played just over an hour. Rangers 0, Celtic 2. Larsson wins it against Moore. Didier Agathe powering forward. Still in Petrov, works it on to Larsson. No free kick, says Kenny Clark. Michael Ball for Peter Lovenkrands. A massive figure of Balde in front of him. Corner.
Good play from Lovenkrands, really know where to go. But Bobo Balde very determined not to let him get the cross in, but he's won the corner kick.
Ronald de Boer plays in the corner. Again, no joy for Rangers. Chris Sutton on the end of it. Good work from Petrov. I don't know what Rangers' ploys from corners were, but they're certainly not coming off. Alan Hutton stops Alan Thompson.
He's been a plus for Alan McLeish today. He's handled the big occasion, Alan Hutton.
John Kennedy's throw. And it was Hutton's header against Larsson. Yeah, he'll grow a bit on the back of this experience, Alan Hutton. Stephen Thompson is going to be the next Rangers change by the looks of it. Getting his instructions at the moment. John Kennedy's throw. And Stefan Klos comes and plucks it off the head of Sutton.
John Kennedy, I think, was trying to find Chris Sutton. Actually throws it too far, allowing the goalkeeper to come and collect.
Stephen Hughes. From Malcolm. It's just not happening for Rangers. Thompson for Lovenkrands is the current hot favourite as the second Rangers switch. And Rangers furious they didn't get a free kick.
I can't believe Kenny Clark didn't give a free kick there. John Kennedy, his hands round the neck. Both hands round the neck of young Chris Burke.
Jan Wouters and Andy Watson joining Alec McLeish and sprinting towards the touchline there as that free kick wasn't given, as John Kennedy wasn't so much the half Nelson as the full thing, I think, on Chris Burke. Good work from Petrov, linking play together. Thompson. Kennedy. Now Lennon. Celtic running the show. And set to go 19 points ahead again in the Bank of Scotland Premier League. Free kick given for the challenge on Thompson, and that just infuriates the Rangers supporters who felt they should have had a free kick down the other end of the pitch.
I think Kenny Clark got that one right, to be honest with you. Alan Thompson just attracting, pulling young Hutton in right close to him, flicking the ball round him, and Hutton too close.
Another set-piece threat to Rangers. Balde there. And Rangers did enough this time. Stephen Thompson is about to come on for Rangers. With 25 minutes left. Peter Lovenkrands, who missed that glorious first-half chance to square the game at that stage, goes off. Hasn't really had enough impact. And Alec McLeish hopes Stephen Thompson will have impact.
Well, Stephen Thompson will give Rangers a variation. Big target man. Strong, powerful, he'll challenge for every ball. But you wonder just how much that miss from Lovenkrands will affect the end result in this game.
Good pass from Stephen Hughes. Chris Burke. And John Kennedy was there to thump it behind. I make that 9 Scots on the pitch now, with Chris Burke and Stephen Thompson having joined the fray. Burke's cross. Petrov in the way. And again, Celtic don't want to offer Rangers any encouragement about getting back into this match. Hutton's throw. Craig Moore is there. In went Moles. Now Burke. Neat skill. Hutton knocks it up to the back post. Balde's there. And Petrov. Pearson wins against Ray. Agathe. Chested down by Malcolm. Ray powerful in midfield. Looking for support, looking for options.
He was looking for support down that left-hand side, but with Lovenkrands been off the field, there's simply nobody there.
That was a wild challenge by Stephen Thompson, looking to make his presence felt.
It's a late challenge, there'll be no complaints from Thompson when he sees this. He just lunges at Larsson. I think the Celtic striker seen it coming.
Midway through the second half at Ibrox. Petrov watching the match, and his Scotland play Romania on Wednesday night at Hampden. Television highlights 11:55 after live Radio Scotland coverage. Celtic well happy with what they've got here. It's Rangers who have to push and press and try to get a couple of goals back, trying to breach a Celtic defence, which looked like mission impossible even for Barcelona on Thursday night. Gavin Ray, Stephen Hughes. Caught by Balde as he drifted past him, free kick.
That was good play from Rangers. Hughes and Ray in the midfield area.
Rangers looking to put David Marshall under pressure. He's certainly responded so far. Bob Malcolm shot. And David Marshall says, thank you very much, no problem.
It's on target from Bob Malcolm. The young David Marshall makes it look so easy. Catches it well, the Rangers defender. But David Marshall just a yard across his goal to make a comfortable save.
Celtic happy to slow the game down. They're in the box seat, and how? Clumsy challenge by Boer and Sutton. Play goes on.
I think Kenny Clark was putting advantage again. He's just having a quiet work now with Michael Ball, saying to him, be careful with the tackling.
Chris Sutton short of games recently, missed 3 weeks, missed 5 games. But even when he's not 100% sharp, he's always going to deliver his all. And he's been the heart and soul of the Celtic side this season, a team of stars, but I don't think anyone's been better than him.
Larson's got an incredible presence in the Celtic team, regardless of what position he plays.
Lennon, Bob Malcolm. Moore to Hutton. And look at Henrik Larsson chasing back, even with Celtic in such a strong position. Chris Burke heads for the byline, whips it in, Varga's header. Alan Thompson just brushed that out of play.
That's good play from the two Rangers youngsters down the right-hand side, Hutton and Burke. That game, when the ball comes into the box, one of the big Celtic defenders always seem to get there first. Varga was that time.
Alan Thompson passes it into the box with too much pace to allow Michael Ball to catch it. And I guess when you think about it, today encapsulates the story of the season. Rangers have had their moments, had their chances, but it's Celtic who've come out on top.
When you look at the first half of this game, Rangers were very, very unlucky not to be at least level. They created lots more chances than Barcelona did in midweek against this Celtic defence. If you don't stick the ball in the back of the net, you don't win games.
Still time, of course, for Rangers to get something here. But the signs at the moment not too impressive.
No, Celtic again, they're just containing Rangers. Defending across their 18-yard box.
49,909 inside Ibrox. That comes David Marshall. That's there before Stephen Thompson. He's done everything very, very efficiently this afternoon, and he's only 19, but you would wonder how Rob Douglas is going to get his place back. Claiming he was blocked by Varga as he tried to chase that through ball. Free kick given against Chris Sutton. Backing into Craig Moore. Celtic have just recalled Sylla and Lambert to the dugout, but no sign of any changes from Martin O'Neill. Why should he change it? It's all going swimmingly. Ronald de Boer's pass through to Michael Moles. Here's de Boer trying to spark something for Rangers, but again that ends in frustration. Bob Malcolm's challenge against Henrik Larsson. Celtic just sitting in behind the ball, making life very difficult for Rangers.
They're denying Rangers any time and space in the Celtic half of the field. They're defending really well. Just keeping the shape, making it difficult.
Chris Burke, Michael Moles, good save, David Marshall again. And Neil Lennon clears from the penalty spot, and he's furious with his defence.
I tell you, Ron, that's a great save. Chance for Michael Moles. Almost through the goalkeeper, but Marshall blocked it so well.
Chris Burke plays it in for Gavin Ray. Another half chance for Rangers. But another superb save from this young man.
It's good play from Rangers. Burke, great little ball to Michael Moles. But Marshall does really well. He stays on his feet, doesn't come at himself. Stands big. And eventually blocks the shot.
He's done everything asked of him as Marshall. Liam Miller is going to come on for Celtic. Wycheck.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of spin doctoring by Martin O'Neill. He obviously came on and played in Barcelona Thursday night. And a little bit of bitterness from some of the Celtic fans because he's leaving. And I think he feels if he puts him in as part of this, it'll ease the tension between Liam Miller and the Celtic supporters. Because Miller might need it again before this season is out. He's coming on in a moment, Rob. I haven't quite been told yet who's coming off.
He played a very impressive part in the new camp as well, Liam Miller. When he came on, he added a lot of passing and composure to the Celtic side. He really helped in that second half when he came on as replacement for Jackie McNamara. Manchester United bound Miller. Good challenge, Varga on Moles, and there's just no escaping the clutches of the Celtic defence for the Rangers strikers, even with the game 76 minutes old. It's going to be Miller for Pearson when Celtic make their change. Dangerous from Bob Malcolm, and still Petrov was almost in.
You can't do that against Celtic. They chase every ball. They think there's a half chance he's stealing the ball. They try and do it. That's good play from Gavin Ray.
Yeah, he was in a pressure situation and played himself out of it pretty well. Bob Malcolm is struggling. Yeah, Bob Malcolm is waving across to the Rangers technical area. And Henning Berg will surely be the replacement.
It might be Bob Markham's hamstring. Just overstretched there.
Substitution for Celtic, replacing number 11, Stephen Pearson, number 43, Liam Miller.
Stephen Pearson off for Celtic. He's made a sizable contribution here to what seems certain to be another Celtic win.
Massive part in the second goal.
And Liam Miller, who's signed a pre-contract agreement to head to Old Trafford next season, and that's a huge disappointment to the Celtic fans. But he, as Chick said, will have his part to play between now and the end of the season. And shortly, Berg for Malcolm for Rangers. That's a Rangers throw.
No nonsense defending again from John Kennedy. Young Chris Burton may just have got on the end of that diagonal pass. Kennedy not taking any chances.
Alan Hutton's throw, headed away by Kennedy. Stephen Hughes tries to thread it through. Neil Lennon wasn't having it. Neil Lennon still snapping and snarling around in these closing stages and making sure that there are no mistakes, there's no switch off from Celtic, and trying to make sure there's no way back into this game for Rangers. Michael Ball, Stephen Thompson. Cut the ball back, but cut it straight to Liam Miller. Agathe plays it off Ray and out. Celtic's throw, and it's going to be a change of plan on the substitution for Rangers. It's going to be Fernando Ricksen for Bob Malcolm. Fernando Ricksen, who has yet to agree to an extension of his Rangers contract. He says there's no certainty that he's leaving, but the signs at the moment are that Fernando Ricksen might well be moving on in the summer.
I'm just wondering where he'll play today. He's got in the right back position with Alan Hutton going to the centre back beside Craig Moore.
Just over 10 minutes left at Ibrox. Rangers 0, Celtic 2. Good run from Chris Burke. John Kennedy's after it and concedes a free kick.
Good play from Chris Burke, driving forward. He's done all right as well. This has come on today. He's pushed to the ground a little bit there.
Ricksen plays it into the back post for Thompson. Varga and Liam Miller was very quickly across to turn the ball out of play.
Celtic are so determined not to lose a goal. Chris Sutton's back inside, almost his own 6-yard box now. Lots of bodies in there.
Michael Ball's long throw, flicked on by Moore and nodded behind by Sutton. Celtic trying to maintain full focus in these closing stages. Burke's corner. Balde won the header. Then it was Sutton. Petrov blocked the Burke cross. It's another corner.
Rangers, to their credit, haven't given up. They keep plugging away, trying to get this elusive opening goal from their point of view.
Burke's delivery. Rangers have scored, and it's Stephen Thompson. With 9 minutes left, it's 2-1.
Good header from Stephen Thompson. Well, a surprise, he gets a free header inside the Celtic 6-yard box. The Rangers have had corner after corner, haven't made them count, but this time Thompson on as a sub. He's up well. Gets away from John Kennedy. The goalkeeper coming halfway, doesn't quite get there. It's a good finish from Thompson.
In between Balde and Kennedy was Thompson to win a good header and bullet the ball past Marshall. And suddenly, Rangers have some hope. They don't have much time though.
No, I'm sure Rangers will pile bodies forward, try and get the ball into the box.
Seven and a half minutes left. Two Thompsons on the score sheet. Alan for Celtic, Stephen for Rangers after Henrik Larsson's opener. 2-1 now. And Rangers will give it everything in these closing stages to try to salvage a draw. Chris Burke has made a big difference to Rangers.
Alan McLeish will be happy with Burke. I'm with young Alan Hutton down the right-hand side. Burke gives him that out, Ibrox Park, very quick, nippy. Good delivered into the box.
Ronald de Boer squares it for Michael Ball. His shot deflected off Michael Moles.
It's a half chance for Michael Ball. Not under any pressure this time, which is unusual. 25 yards out. Ball deflection, but David Marshall, comfortable, easy save.
And if Celtic do hold on and win this one, they will carve out a special medal, I would think, for David Marshall, who after his heroics in the new camp on Thursday has produced another stunning show here with those two quick-fire first-half saves, which were quite remarkable.
It was also so important. It was 1-0 at the time. Having brought Rangers back level, and at 2-0 in the second half, a really good save as well from Michael Moles. He's been impressive again today.
Inside the closing 6 minutes. Craig Moore, Michael Moles. Shot with the pass was Ray to Hughes. Substitute Ricksen. Ronald de Boer. Chipped down the line for Chris Burke. The flag goes up for a Rangers free kick.
It's a tug, John Kennedy and Chris Burke.
Chris Burke just pats Ronald de Boer on the shoulder and says, "OK, pal, I'll take this."
Every Celtic player back to defend this one.
Michael Bowles, left foot in swinger, Varga's header. In goes Ronald de Boer, blocked by Liam Miller. Chipped into the danger area for Michael Ball. Flicks it over Marshall, flicks it over the crossbar.
He's unlucky, Michael Ball. This is good pressure from Rangers. Ball staying up after the free kick, gets the right side of Varga, tries to knock over the goalkeeper, but young David Marshall again playing the sweeper role there, out really close, doesn't allow Ball any time to get the ball up and over and down.
That's Sutton. Liam Miller couldn't keep it in. Time is slipping away for Rangers. 86 minutes played.
Alan McLeish have been really frustrated today. When you look at the both goals that Rangers have lost, basic mistakes from Khizanishvili and Michael Ball. They've created lots of chances. Eventually managed to get a goal. If they lose this one by 2-1, it'll be because of those basic errors.
Ray trying to force his way through. Neil Lennon clears. Sutton to Larsson. Thompson switches it to Liam Miller. Onside Sutton. Tries to hold off Moore. Kicks it to the corner flag. Wins the corner.
Rangers can't afford to hang about. Stephen Thompson working back there to make sure Chris Sun couldn't waste any more time.
Varga and Balde both heading forwards for this, but it's more important to Celtic in terms of time elapsing. Thompson's delivery, Moore's header. Miller plays it back to Agathe. Two and a half minutes left. Sandy, man of the match.
Well, there's a few contenders today. Lots of players have played well, especially lots of the young Scottish players. The young David Marshall in goal. Those three says that for me, that's been the difference, and he's my Bank of Scotland man of the match.
Michael Bowles' cross. Varga's on the end of it. Ricksen to Burke. Chris Burke's left foot. Took a deflection. Corner.
Again, it's good play from Chris Burke. He does realise that ball in a dangerous area, comes off the back of Stan Varga.
Rangers got one back from a corner. Can they do so again? Chris Burke plays it in towards Stephen Thompson. Alan Hutton's shot blocked. Gavin Ray's cross. The flying header from Petrov. Ricksen has a free kick. Larsson's high boot. Can Celtic hold out? We're in the 90th minute. Not a time for heroics from Alan Thompson. We just thumped that one away. That was the wise decision. Rangers will wonder how much stoppage time they have to play with. We'll know shortly. 3 minutes, we hear, will be added, which leaves Rangers with 3.5 to rescue something. Chris Burke showed too much of it to John Kennedy.
The Celtic defenders for the first time in the game just look at just a little bit unsettled now. Rangers are trying to turn the screw a bit. Could be suffering a little bit from Thursday night as well.
Ricksen's throw. Varga, head and shoulders above Moore. Burke's cross, good delivery, lots of pace. Liam Miller headed it clear. And Burke's disappointed that he couldn't do anything with the return ball.
It's a great cross from young Chris Burke. In this right-hand side, lets the ball go through his body. And that's in a decent area. You're just looking for a Rangers player to come in and attack that one.
90 minutes have come and gone. We're inside those 3 minutes of stoppage time.
Kenny Clark awarded a free kick in Celtic's favour there, but before that happened, the ball was out of play for a throw.
Stephen Thompson tried to get that back into the box, thwarted by Agathe. Stephen Thompson, whose goal breathed some life into Rangers. Ball's throw, Balde's header. Stephen Hughes, so angry with himself that he didn't keep that down.
It's another half chance, the ball just won't sit for him. His first touch maybe here isn't the best. His ball was a little bit away from him underneath him.
He's leaning back, Sandy,
yep.
Isn't he?
He just can't keep the ball down.
And Celtic will hope they can see this out. Looking very comfortable at 2-0, but at 2-1, the lead becomes distinctly more fragile. Celtic supporters will take the final whistle anytime Kenny Clark fancies.
He's given a throw to Celtic. Fernando Ricksen taking it from the wrong place.
Nearly 2 minutes added. So just the one to go. 1 minute, Celtic away from another momentous win. That's Varga. Again, a rock at the heart of the Celtic defence here today. Gavin Ray touches it back to Craig Moore. Rangers have to get it forward quickly. And that's a Celtic free kick.
But there's no point, Rob, in playing the ball forward, just willy-nilly, high balls in the air. The big Celtic defenders will eat up all day long. It's going to be quality, the passing from the back.
Three minutes of stoppage time almost over at Ibrox. Celtic waiting for this moment, the final whistle. It's 4 wins out of 4 for Martin O'Neill's Celtic against Rangers this season. It's a 19-point gap between the top two, and Celtic a couple of wins away from another championship. Henrik Larsson put Celtic ahead in the first half, his 33rd goal of the season, his 234th career goal in his last Celtic match at Ibrox. An emotional moment for him, I'm sure. Alan Thompson, an England call-up last night from Sven-Göran Eriksson for the friendly against Sweden. Another vital Old Firm goal from him in the second half, which really sealed it for Celtic. A late flurry sparked by another Thompson. Stephen Thompson, the Rangers substitute, headed in near the end, gave Rangers a little bit of hope that they might salvage something from this game, but Celtic predictably toughed it out, and they are 30 league games unbeaten in the league this season. 28 wins, 2 draws, another Old Firm win, and apart from those Larsson and Thompson goals, another quite stunning performance from the young goalkeeper, 19-year-old David Marshall. He was the man of the match in Barcelona in the Nou Camp Thursday night, and in his first Old Firm match here, he was again absolutely outstanding with those 2 first-half quick-fire saves which retained Celtic's lead and spurred them on to this famous victory. Here he is.
David, I know you're getting a new contract, going to buy a new house and maybe get a wine cellar in it, because we can't go on meeting like this. Another fabulous performance. Calm as you were in Barcelona.
Yeah, I was obviously had a bit of confidence coming into the game because of the performance in Barcelona, so we took it into the game, and again the team was absolutely brilliant coming back. Obviously tiredness played a part in the end there, but we got through it in the end. How was the atmosphere out there compared to the Nou Camp? You could hear the Celtic fans a bit more anyway, so it's obviously my first Old Firm game, so it was a great experience, and obviously the fans helped us along.
Well, we're raving about your saves on Thursday night, but 2 fabulous saves in the first half. We can have a look at them here. I mean, you couldn't have seen much of that first one, did you?
I just seen it hit stand, I've just reacted, like, so just lucky I got a big enough touch on it to get on the post.
And the second
this one, it's took a bounce and it's took it high. Actually, I thought he was going to, so I had to go low, but the bounce took it high, so we just got it there.
I don't know much about goalkeeping, but they say that's the wrong hand when you come across that way.
Aye, it's because it went that high, the bounce took it that high. I was expecting to save it with my bottom hand, but it's just the way it bounced.
You're just as calm as you were in Barcelona, David. You know, this seems to affect you. What have you made of the publicity over the last few days?
It's been it's hard, like, especially on the Friday, during the day, there was a lot of press and that about, but obviously the press go over the top with one good performance, and it's because of the size of the club, Celtic, you know, you just got to put up with it.
Well, you can hear the fans in the background. I think we can maybe have a wee look at just exactly what's going on out there. I mean, they're so happy, and you must be. Does that lift you in a game like that when they're behind you?
Oh, definitely. The fans, obviously, the beach balls and that for Spain again. So it's great for them. Obviously, they're getting into Europe more often as well now, so and to come here, years ago we were only getting end results at Ibrox, so to win here again is fantastic for them.
Wonderful performance again, David. I'm sure this isn't the last bottle of champagne I'll be giving you. Well done. You've got at least a run this week. Thanks, pal.
David, I'm just going to sign the